It's early in the game, it's United on the attack. Alan Green is the commentator.
Inside to Hogg, midway inside his own half, striding now towards the halfway line, forward to Stapleton. Good ball by Stapleton to Whiteside. Whiteside through to McGrath, clear of the Liverpool defence, inside the penalty area, and a goal by Paul McGrath! 7 minutes gone here at Anfield. A wonderful move by Manchester United. Whiteside's lovely through ball to Paul McGrath, sprinted clear of the defence and whacked it left-footed past Grobbelaar, scoring tonight as he did at Old Trafford in the league meeting between the sides. The score, Liverpool 0, Manchester United 1. No, it's still 1-0 to United, and to date deservedly so, because the visitors have shrugged off their disappointing league form of the last few weeks and risen markedly to the challenge of a Liverpool team that hasn't lost in 10 games. Before the goal, Olsen might have scored after a gift of a pass by Molby, and for the opening 20 minutes, United were in control. The last 15 minutes, though, have witnessed a Liverpool revival, and 3 times they've come close to equalising. First when Nichols' run and shot brought a save from Bailey, then Rush shot narrowly past, and finally Bailey made a very good save from Whelan's header. But with 10 minutes left to half-time, the score remains Liverpool 0, Manchester United 1.
And welcome back to the wonderful crackling atmosphere of Anfield, 6 minutes to half-time. And it's still Liverpool 0, Manchester United 1, a splendidly taken go by Paul McGrath. But this time it's the Liverpool defence under a little bit of pressure again. Referee says that Alan Brazil was offside. Brazil playing tonight in place of Mark Hughes, an ankle injury at Leicester. Their leading scorer, remember, Mark Hughes, they'll miss his fire and his precision that Hughes has up front, but they've still got the goal. It was beautifully taken by McGrath, set up very nicely by Norman Whiteside. Ball goes into touch far side from us. That's the Liverpool right flank in the first half. They find McMahon with the throw. Comes back to McMahon, drops it on the edge of the United penalty area. Hogg is there to clear, and there's Clayton Blackmore, the left back for Manchester United. Another player injured at Leicester on Saturday, Arthur Albiston, with a thigh injury. So Clayton Blackmore plays at number 3, and that means that Manchester United and Ron Atkinson are now without 6 first-team players. And that enormous, massive gap of 10 points is now whittled down to 2 in the first division. But tonight, they're looking positive. They've got a lot of authority. But in the last 20 minutes, as we were saying earlier, Liverpool have come right back into the game. McMahon, edge of the United penalty area. Ball breaks. Little thing of Strachan, busy and working hard. A lovely ball far side to Olsen. The Slim Dale is going forward. A yard or 2 in now from the far touchline. United left. Goes round the defender. Olsen with the cross. Looking there for Whiteside. Ball cleared. Still United, though, in possession. Away to the right there, that's the Kop end at Anfield. McGrath, cross from McGrath, headed away by Lawrenson, drops to Olsen, tries the shot, deflects off Nicol, back to Grobbelaar, and on the far side we've got, I think, Craig Johnston down on the ground. A collision about 2 or 3 minutes ago, but certainly Jimmy Armfield, in the last 15 minutes, Liverpool showing their own teeth.
Yes, they are, but they only got caught there. I thought it was a marvellous move by United. But Liverpool, they've got to get back into this game quickly, because losing the goal so early on, it was just the thing that United wanted. It's put a lot of pressure on Liverpool now. But we've got a very good match, very good match.
Strachan battling for the ball, and he's won it, plays it forward. Brazil halfway inside the Liverpool half, plays it towards McGrath, immediately below us, back to Brazil, back to Gidman. 100 miles an hour stuff here. Strachan holds it again, still holds it, tries to slow it down for a moment, and the referee says that'll be a free kick. Flag had gone up in any case, so it's a free kick to Liverpool. Trailing here at Anfield by 1-0. A marvellous run in the last 2 or 3 weeks for Liverpool. 5 successive league wins. And the ball is cleared by Bruce Grobbelaar. A bright yellow jersey and red shorts. Looks like a tomato omelette away to the right. 1-0 to Manchester United here at Anfield. Splendid atmosphere, always is here at Anfield. And that'll be a free kick to Manchester United. And I've just heard from Stamford Bridge that Pat Nevin has now equalised there in the other milk, or one of the other milk cup ties being played tonight. It's Chelsea 2, Everton 2 at the Bridge. Sounds like being a splendid tie there too. Pat Nevin, Chelsea's scorer in of their second goal. But no better atmosphere than here at Anfield, where the visitors Manchester United are 1-0 up, and Manchester United will get a free kick. As Stapleton is brought down by McMahon. Well, I thought it was a free kick. Referee says no, he was standing right there. Don Shaw from Cheshire. And they take the throw. Stapleton turns the ball back. Olsen trying to go in on that one, can't. It's deep inside the United half, headed away again by Clayton Blackmore, the left back, inside the centre circle. In goes Jim Beglin, the left back for Liverpool. And then the ball played below us, Alan Hansen, the Liverpool captain. He's 10 yards inside his own half with that right foot, 25 yards. Up in the air goes Moran. Ball hasn't gone out far. Whiteside comes back to battle for United. Loose ball picked up by Craig Johnson. Some lovely busy runs by Johnston down the right flank for Liverpool so far tonight. Finds his full-back, Steve Nicol. Nicol in through the gap. Johnston, near post. Bailey does well, sees it, gets down at the post, and all is well.
Most of Liverpool's threat has come down that right side. Johnson working very well with Nicol, I think, and Mulby, who seems to prefer to go over to the right-hand side of the pitch. But I would like to mention Clayton Blackmore, the young boy who's coming at left full-back. Well, he's not that young, he's about 21, but he's played extremely well, and he's made one or two very telling tackles, very timely ones as far as United are concerned, particularly in the about 10 or 15 minutes ago when we were under quite a lot of pressure.
Well, that's that same right flank for Liverpool being busy again with Johnston. Johnston finds McMahon. McMahon plays it wide to Nicol. It's the same pattern between these three. Cross comes in from Nicol, and the header will come in from Whelan, and the ball bobbling around dangerously. Craig Johnston, and it hits the side netting. All sorts of problems. Hit a defender on the way. I think Paul McGrath. That's a corner, and Gary Bailey is furious with his defenders.
But he ought to thank Graham Hogg, because I think he's the one who deflected the shot, Peter. It was, as you say, it was looked goal-bound. Gary Bailey dived at it, but Hogg just got his foot to it, turned it into the side netting. Testing moment for United now.
We're in the last minute of the first half. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 1, but Liverpool have the corner. It comes in high inside United area, only half cleared. Brazil goes back to help out. Ball cannons off a Liverpool player high in the air, and then finally cleared by Paul McGrath and by Moran together. Still, though, Liverpool in possession. McMahon through the gap, looks for Rush. Rush can't control it, but he still goes back for the second bite, leaves it to Johnston. Cross comes in, cleared by Moran. Furious stuff here from Liverpool, the dying seconds of the first half, straining everything now for the equaliser. Ball is now played though straight back into the Liverpool half. Beglin's there just to calm it down for a moment. Plays it square, Lawrenson back to Bruce Grobbelaar on his own penalty spot. And then a long kick from Liverpool's goalkeeper under the bright lights here at Anfield. Marvellous view. We're high up over the halfway line. It's theatre stuff here at Anfield as the ball is laid inside the Manchester United penalty area. Idea was right, execution was awful though, and there are no problems this time for Gary Bailey. And Bailey will hold the ball. 2 or 3 very good saves from United's goalkeeper in this first half. One in particular from a fierce close-in header from Ronnie Whelan. And there goes the whistle blown by Don Shaw for 45 minutes. Fast and furious stuff, and Manchester United in the lead.
Liverpool already on the field for the second half, and quickly followed by Manchester United, ahead, as you say, at half-time by 1-0, and led out by the captain tonight of Manchester United, Kevin Moran, who has taken the job while Brian Robson is injured. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, 6 first-team players out for Manchester United: Duxbury, Albiston, Robson, Moses, Barnes and Hughes, and their side not doing badly in their absence. I'll give you the teams in just a moment, because Liverpool are about to kick off in this second half. They'll be playing from left to right in the second half, and that means they'll be facing the Kop end. Don Shaw, the referee from Sandbach in Cheshire, blows his whistle. We're underway, and Liverpool immediately on the attack. The ball breaks though to McGrath for Manchester United inside his own half. Back to Gidman, and Gidman plays it long into the Liverpool half, where Brazil chases, but Hansen, the Liverpool captain, wins out and plays it back to Grobbelaar. Liverpool have, as you'll expect, Grobbelaar in goals, a back four of Nicol, Lawrenson, Hansen and Beglin. In midfield it's Johnson, McMahon, Mulby and Whelan, and the 2 strikers, Walsh and Rush. Manchester United with Bailey in goals, a back four of Gidman, Moran, Hogg and Blackmore. In midfield it's Strachan, McGrath, Whiteside and Olsen, and the 2 strikers, Stapleton and Brazil. And the jeers come up from the crowd, because a careless pass by Craig Johnston for Liverpool puts it out of play on this near side of the field, deep inside the Manchester United half. Throw in to United, taken by Blackmore to Olsen and back to Blackmore. A high clearance, runs straight to McMahon, but he's beaten by Brazil, and Brazil plays a good 30-yard pass out to the far side of the field for Strachan. Strachan trying to release Gidman, a bit too far forward for the full-back, and Hansen gets across to then a rather dangerous pass back by Hansen. Stapleton got in there. Strachan hits it high into the penalty area. Strachan with a chance for United inside the penalty area, headed away off the line by Lawrenson. And Liverpool living oh so dangerously. It's still not clear. It's with Gidman inside to McGrath. McGrath's attempted pass beaten away by Liverpool. It's Hansen heading clear only as far as Whiteside. Whiteside playing the ball out to this near side of the field. Can Olsen keep it in play? He can, but only temporarily. His pass all along this near touchline goes behind the Liverpool goal line. Goal kick to Liverpool, and Jimmy Armfield, Liverpool almost blew it.
Yes, they did indeed. Grobbelaar came out really, and I thought he should have caught it. He punched it away, and when it dropped away, it was played back into the box. Strachan did ever so well to control it. A bit more power in his shot, and Lawrenson wouldn't have been able to head it away. So it's still all on Liverpool, really, but United have taken it to them at the beginning of the second half. They've done extremely well.
McMahon's header on the edge of the United penalty area, forward to Walsh, but he can't direct it. Then Olsen gives it away. It's with Whelan, far side, Liverpool left. Inside to McMahon, outside the penalty area, tries to play it forward to Walsh. Olsen is there for United. Forward to McGrath. McGrath challenged and loses out. It's now with Nicol. Nicol forward to Molby. Back to Nicol. Forward to Rush. Walsh, edge of the United penalty area. Finally stabbed clear by Moran. Tremendous pressure on Manchester United, as there was for the second half of that first 45 minutes. Johnston in possession for Liverpool. Inside to McMahon, to Molby, to Nicol. This is good stuff from Liverpool now. Molby to Nicol once more. Now with Hansen on the far side of the field. Liverpool left, trying to pierce this United defence for Nicol. Tries a long-range shot high over the bar, all of 35 yards out, and that sort of thing will not trouble Gary Bailey.
A lot of possession by Liverpool, but not really going anywhere, because United are getting 10 men behind the ball. It's the first time I've seen United play away this season, and what they've done is, whenever Liverpool have had possession, they've just funneled men back, and they've given Liverpool a terrific problem, because they can't cross much, because Rush, I would think, and Walsh are having problems to beat Hogg and Moran in the air, so it's a bit of a problem for Liverpool now. I think a lot of it depends on getting the two fullbacks forward, especially on the right-hand side, Nicol, and also the midfielders Molby and McMahon.
It really has been a sparkling game at Anfield tonight. None of the over-aggression that characterised the meeting in the league between the sides at Old Trafford a couple of months ago. It's been good, fast-moving football, top-notch football, and United 2 points clear in the league, leading at the moment. McGrath breaks into the Liverpool half, towards the penalty area, inside the area, still in possession, tries to get the ball across to Brazil, but Beglin intercepts, and another wonderful run by Paul McGrath. With the ball with Liverpool, Nicol forward to Walsh, takes it neatly down off his chest to his feet. Inside to Molby. Walsh tries to take it again. The two run into each other, and Whiteside brings it clear. Whiteside on the run. McMahon's there to challenge. Whiteside, middle of the Liverpool half, plays it out to the near side of the field. United left for Stapleton, and Stapleton wins the corner. Wonderful end-to-end stuff. Really a tribute to what many people feel, justifiably I think, are the best two sides in the country. And all those United fans behind the goal of Bruce Grobbelaar away to the left rise as their team have a corner. It's from this near side. United left, Strachan takes it, played to the near post. Stapleton can't head it on. Still there though, and finally an overhead kick by Moran behind for a goal kick to Liverpool.
I think I must mention the run by Paul McGrath just a few seconds ago, Alan. He ran all of 40 yards. He has tremendous pace, and he has power with it as well. And he just left Lawrenson behind, and Lawrenson's no slouch. But what surprised me was that Hansen didn't come and cut him off, and he let him in, and if he'd have got his shot in, then Liverpool would have had real problems.
The flag is up on the far side of the field for offside against Ian Rush. I can tell you that the half-time score from Portman Road in the other one of the other fourth-round ties being played tonight, Ipswich 2, Swindon Town 0, and remember, United or Liverpool will be at home to the winners of that game in the quarter-finals. And I think many expected tonight that United, with some poor league form behind them over the last few weeks, and all those injuries, might come here and be absolutely swallowed up by Liverpool. Well, not so. And if anyone had taken care to check the record of Manchester United at Liverpool over the last few years, they'll have realised that United haven't lost in 6 years at Anfield. They're leading here tonight. There was word of a free kick there, and I think the referee has finally decided to award it as Molby broke inside the United penalty area. It was a foul on Ian Rush, but there's such noise here at Anfield that we couldn't hear the referee's whistle. A foul by Kevin Moran on Ian Rush, and this free kick to Liverpool in a dangerous position as far as Manchester United are concerned, about 5 yards outside of the penalty area and to the left. Mulby is there, so too is Beglin, who's got a tremendous left foot shot. Beglin runs over it, Mulby takes it, tries to curl it off Stapleton and behind for a corner to Liverpool. And the Kop, that mass of red behind Gary Bailey's goal, sways in anticipation. Whelan waits as the Kop retrieves the ball. And finally Mulby bowls it out to Ronnie Whelan. Places it in the quadrant from the far side of the field, the Liverpool left. Whelan takes it right-footed, low and hard, headed clear by Stapleton. Ball breaks to McMahon. He's challenged well by Olsen, but McMahon still wins. Plays it out to Whelan. Whelan looking to take on Strachan. Crosses low. McGrath, the defender this time, helps it clear for United. Strachan and now Olsen. And a rather clumsy challenge by Beglin, which the referee spotted on Olsen. The referee runs across, has a quiet word with the Liverpool left back, and it will be a free kick to Manchester United midway inside their own half. It has been absolutely frantic stuff, Jimmy.
Yes, it has. Good play there by Liverpool. One or two dangerous balls, the last one very well cleared by McGrath. It was an awkward one, but he had the sense to come onto the back post because young Clayton Blackmore had lost his position.
United take the free kick deep into the Liverpool half. McMahon wins it for Liverpool. Short to Beglin, and Beglin clears long, looking for Walsh, who's shunted by Moran and fouled by Moran. And it will be a free kick to Liverpool on the far side of the field. That's the Liverpool left, taken quickly by Beglin to McMahon, out to Beglin once more, and Beglin snaps it towards that penalty area. Walsh gets it, can't beat Moran though, and Moran gives the ball to Olsen, still inside his own half, inside the centre circle, runs past two Liverpool players, lays it short for Strachan. Strachan to Gidman on the United right, far side of the field, inside to Strachan once more. Strachan looks up, plays a lovely ball out to this near side of the field. Stapleton faced by Rush, forward to Blackmore, but Lawrenson stabs out his right foot, gets in the challenge and concedes the throw-in. Whiteside leaves it to Blackmore, this Welsh international fullback, but still really only a United reserve. It's only his 4th game of the season. Such is the quality of the talent at Manchester United. Olsen, some lovely play to Stapleton, back to Blackmore, his cross to the edge of the area, headed on by McGrath, can't reach Brazil, helped clear by Liverpool. It's with Nicol, high clearance towards the halfway line. Hogg wins it, rushes there, but Hogg keeps possession. Now Olsen once more, tremendous play by the Dane, forward to McGrath, out to Whiteside. Mulby wins that challenge though for Liverpool, and Mulby strides 30 yards forward towards the penalty area. Great run by the Dane, tries a shot at a goal! Whiteside on the halfway line. He sprinted 40 yards to the edge of the penalty area and he lashed it past Bailey. A wonderful goal that brings Liverpool back level at 1-1, and the Kop rise in tribute.
Well, it was a tremendous goal. He's run all of 40 yards, but I wonder what Ron Atkinson will be saying at this moment. He had 4 defenders on the edge of the box there. Not one of them came out to put a challenge onto him. They left the trailing player. I thought Gidman should have come out and tried to close him down, but full marks to Mulby. It was a magnificent shot. It was the pace of the shot that beat Bailey, because it looked to go almost through his hands, because he dived to the right-hand side, but it was the pace. Give credit to Mulby, a magnificent goal.
And what a tremendous game we're having tonight at Anfield. We've said it so many times before this season, really. Such has been the quality of the matches that we've watched. But what a great pity television isn't here to see it. And that's a handball by Moran, just on the edge of his penalty area. Ian Rush, hoping that he gives the penalty, and he has! Well, it was certainly a handball by Kevin Moran. To me, it looked outside the area, albeit inches outside the area. But the referee looked across to his linesman on the far side of the field, and the linesman indicated it was inside. And Mr. Shaw pointed immediately to the spot. A penalty to Liverpool.
Are you looking for a decision from me, Alan? Because I think it was a very difficult one to see from where we are. The angle is bad, but the referee was not in a good position to see it, in my opinion. He was 20 yards behind the play. The decision has obviously been given by the linesman, who didn't hesitate. So whatever happens anyway, I think nobody will dispute the fact that Moran hands the ball. So now it's a penalty kick.
And just 2 minutes after Liverpool equalise, Jan Molly comes up, stretches and scores! 2 goals in 2 minutes from Jan Molby, and suddenly Liverpool are in front. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1.
Now comes the real test for United. This is where, of course, they could do with a little bit of experience to hold the horses a little bit. Now they've got to try and stem the tide and try and get back into the game.
It's with Walsh. Walsh looking to take on more and trying to break into the penalty area, goes crashing, but the ball runs through to Bailey, and United with it all to do now. After such a good display from them in the opening 25 minutes, when they really looked in control, now they're behind. And they've also got to keep their heads at the back, because there will be controversy raging amongst the United team at the moment over that penalty kick. Whatever the controversy, it was given and it was scored by Jan Molby. United on the attack, deep inside the Liverpool half. Blackmore throws down to Whiteside, back to Blackmore, turns away from the challenge of McMahon and then tries to get the cross in, but stabs it off his left foot behind for a goal kick to Liverpool. I'm getting a scoreline through from the Dell, where Arsenal have gone a goal in front against Southampton. It's Southampton 0, Arsenal 1. Grobbelaar's goal kick reaches into the United half. Walsh wins it, breaks to Whelan, rushes to the left. Whelan takes it on, finds Johnston. Plenty of space inside the penalty area, gets the cross in and headed clear by Gidman. But the linesman's flag has gone up far side of the field, as it did indeed for the penalty kick. This time the decision goes Manchester United's way, and United have a free kick.
Amazing what difference goals make. Ronnie Whelan, we haven't seen a forward run from him all night hardly, apart one in the first half when he got a header at goal. Suddenly starting to buzz about now. Liverpool really got the bit between the teeth. All the pressure on United now.
15 minutes gone in this second half. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1. Strachan tries to play it towards the Liverpool penalty area. Cleared temporarily by Liverpool. Strachan will take the throw in on the far side of the field. Decides instead to leave it to Gidman. This is midway inside the Liverpool half on the United right. Gidman down to Strachan, back to Gidman, and Gidman forward to Stapleton, edge of the penalty area, looking for Whiteside, but Johnston intercepts, and Liverpool are 4 players up. Johnston feeds Walsh on this near flank, the Liverpool right. Walsh tries to jink between 2 defenders, gets the ball to Johnson, good cross and headed clear by Kevin Moran as Ian Rush steamed in there, the 6-yard area. Moran's interception crucial, gives away the corner though. What a tremendous match this evening, and the Kop can hardly believe their good fortune over the last 15 minutes. The side a goal down at half-time, now 2-1 in front. Johnson takes the corner, Bailey's out, and Bailey gathers well, and Bailey will be able to clear for Manchester United. Another scoreline through from the Dell, where a David Armstrong penalty has made the score. Southampton 1, Arsenal 1. And may I remind you of the scorelines in the other matches tonight. At Stamford Bridge, it's Chelsea 2, Everton 2. Remember, Everton down to 10 men. Sheedy, one of their scorers, sent off. And at Portman Road, Ipswich 2, Swindon 0. Here at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1. United on the attack, far side of the field. Gidman lays it to the edge of the penalty area. Brazil is there for United. Out to Gidman once more. Strachan on the overlap. Gidman takes it inside. Then there's a neat ball in. He thought Strachan was going to keep running. Strachan hadn't. And the ball is behind for another goal kick to Liverpool.
Yes, a lot of problems now for United. Liverpool have really started to motor, put the game together a little bit, and when United came forward then with Gidman and Strachan, there was a real mess up on that side of the field. They're just lacking a little bit of purpose at the moment. I think the important thing now, just to get themselves sorted out after that 2-goal blast in a couple of minutes.
It's with Olsen, who has provided so much danger to Liverpool throughout the opening hour of this game. He wins a free kick, taken quickly by McGrath to Whiteside, back to Blackmore. Blackmore chips it forward, looking to Stapleton. Good header by Stapleton, down to Olsen. Excellent control by the Dane. Lays it short to Whiteside. Challenged by McMahon. Whiteside out to Blackmore. Blackmore around Johnston. I thought he was obstructed, but the referee said no. And Liverpool win a throw-in as Johnston blasts the ball off Norman Whiteside. Out of play in this near side of the field. And Whiteside has had more than one interesting collision tonight. Markedly so, a few times in the first half with Steve McMahon. United clear the ball out of their half. Brazil, good header down to Olsen. Quickly tried to find Stapleton. Cleared by Liverpool. Now Hogg hits it back into that Liverpool half. Runs out of play, off the foot of Frank Stapleton. Throw in to Liverpool. Steve Nicol will take it. Nicol down to Johnston. Back to Nicol. Nicol hacks it into the United half. Hogg hits it high, edge of his penalty area. Well brought down though by John Gidman. And Gidman will clear for United. Trying to find Brazil. McMahon jumps well. Gets his head to the ball. Hurt himself as he fell though. But it lays it safely back to Grobbelaar. And the thing is, Jimmy, how will United change their tactics, if at all, to get back into this game?
It's a very difficult one to say, really, because they've only got the young boy Nicky Wood as substitute, who's never played in the first team. He's a bit of a flying machine. But whether he's got the temperament for this sort of game, I suppose, will have to be seen. But I would think that Ron Atkinson may be considering him, in the last 15 minutes if things don't change. But it's up to these experienced players. They're still very much in the game at 2-1. Anything can happen. There's plenty of experience down there for United to pull this game round yet.
A free kick to United, inches short of the halfway line as far as they're concerned. Near side of the field, that's their left. Graham Hall takes it, left-footed, high into Grobbelaar's penalty area, and the keeper does well. Comes out, dominates Stapleton as the Irishman went up for the ball. Takes it with both hands, and then an excellent throw out to Johnston. But Johnston, instead of controlling it, heads it straight to United. It's with Blackmore. Blackmore tries to play it down this near touchline. United left. Whiteside helps it on. Lawrenson beats Brazil to the challenge, and then Liverpool give it away, and then they win it back. And it's with Mulby. And Mulby and Whiteside push into each other. The referee comes up, puts his arm around the Irishman and says, "No, I saw that. Let's have no more of it." 20 minutes gone in the second half. Liverpool leading by 2-1. Grobbelaar's long clearance finds Walsh, but Walsh is fouled by Hogg. The referee spotted that quickly. Awards a free kick to Liverpool. Pretty much centre of the United half, taken quickly. Mulby hits it into the penalty area, headed clear by United. It's with Strachan. And Strachan keeping ball rather dangerously inside his own half, but he wins a free kick for an innocuous challenge by McMahon. United take it quickly. With Paul McGrath, who scored that marvellous opening goal for United. Short to Whiteside. Whiteside tries to set Olsen free, but Nicol is there. And Nicol dashes back towards his penalty area and stabs the ball back easily to Grobbelaar. Another long throw by the Liverpool keeper, given away that time to Hogg, and then Hansen helps it back into United territory. Whiteside wins it. Whiteside out to Blackmore. Blackmore faced by Johnston, and Blackmore clears towards the halfway line. Stapleton can't control it. McMahon down to Nicol. Thunderous game. It's all action stuff. Hardly a breath for commentator or player. McMahon forward. McMahon's brought down. And it's another free kick to Liverpool. A couple of yards outside the Manchester United half. And the Kop bays for blood. United 2-1 down. And some more danger from this situation. It's on the right side of the penalty area. Mulby is there. So too is Beglin. I warned you earlier about the left foot shot of Jim Beglin. Johnston is there too. Mulby seems to be taking command, as befits someone who's already scored 2 goals on the night. Johnston has a word with him. The referee says, "Get on with it." 4 players in the United wall, in that white wall tonight. Liverpool all red, United white shirts, black shorts. Mulby takes the free kick, headed clear by Moran, only as far as McMahon. Stapleton in for the challenge. Mulby wins it back, forward to Johnston. Johnston, surrounded by white shirts, still finds Mulby, forward to Rush, and he shoots the ball down inside the area. Well, Blackmore certainly pulled him down. The question is, where is the referee going to point to after this? I thought Moran earlier handled the ball outside the penalty area.
A lot at stake, a quarter-final place at stake to play either Ipswich or Swindon. And the latest score still at Ipswich at Portman Road. No sign at the moment of giant-killing act. It's Ipswich 2, Swindon 0. And again, to remind you of the score at Stamford Bridge, another Milk Cup 4th-round tie there. Chelsea 2, Everton 2. And as I said a moment ago, down at the Dell in a 4th-round replay, Southampton 1, Arsenal 3. Craig Johnson here at Anfield, going forward for Liverpool. Near side to us, down the right. He's being challenged, and he was pushed, and the referee says no, it was Craig Johnson who did the pushing, so it doesn't count, and it'll be a goal kick to United, and Gary Bailey anxious to take it.
It's a very difficult match for a referee, Peter, because the pace, you know, as I say, is unrelenting. Everything's happened so quickly. He's got to make on-the-spot decisions. It's very hard. That was another hard one for him there when Blackmore went into the challenge. You know, it could have been a push, it could have been either thing. Referee, though, he's done well. I think he's done pretty well on the whole. I think he's kept up with the play anyway, which is very hard because it has gone from end to end.
Lovely ball from Johnston, tries to find Rush, couldn't get there. Gidman was there first. He's been a great servant, Gidman, to half a dozen clubs in his career, and he's had some very severe injuries in that time, but he'll run forever, will John Gidman. He's a good club player. A long kick from Bailey, high into the Anfield lights here, drops inside the Liverpool half. Hansen's underneath it, loose ball drops to Strachan. Strachan holds, almost on the halfway line, then touches a little ball square. Played wide by Moran to Whiteside. Whiteside plays it wide, it looked a good ball to us, and couldn't quite control that one. Good ball from Whiteside, and finally goes into touch. It'll be a throw-in to Liverpool, who will be in no particular hurry now to take it, with some 8.5 minutes to go by our watch here in this Milk Cup 4th-round tie. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1. United taking the lead after 7 minutes through Paul McGrath, and then 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes, both scored by Jan Mulby. The 55th minute, the 57th minute, the 57th goal was a penalty. Olsen for United, though, as they still go forward. Ball played into touch. It's a throw-in to Manchester United. Clayton Blackball, the left-back, will take it. Finds Olsen. He's hemmed in by red Liverpool shirts. Craig Johnson slips, picks himself up, tries to keep the ball and tries to keep the possession. Back heels the ball. Then Liverpool make a hash of it. Blackmore goes in and he tries to find Stapleton. He can't. Liverpool in just a shade of bother there. Not quite sure what they were trying to do. And in the end, Hogg comes forward. I think he was slipping, to be fair to him, as he tried to play it inside the area. Ball disturbed the cameraman rather than Bruce Grobbelaar. It'll be a goal kick to Liverpool.
Yeah, it's a charge of bodies, really, Peter. There was about, at that particular moment, there were 12 players inside the Liverpool box. Real cup-tie football now. United were trying to push men forward. Liverpool trying to shuffle them back. We've got a real conglomeration of players all in one spot.
The ball is now inside the United half, and Rush is going forward. Play on to the referee for a handball. Rush is still with it. The cross comes in from Rush, deflected by Moran. It's a corner to Liverpool. Again, that quick break as United was straining forward for the equaliser, so of course they leave themselves a little bit wide open at the back. And it'll be a corner then to Liverpool. Again, immediately below us, down the Liverpool right. A packed United penalty area once more. Referee says you can now take the corner. Craig Johnson backs away onto the cinder track, and he comes 2 or 3 strides, hits it with his right foot. It's high, and it hits the side stanchion and goes behind for another goal kick to Manchester United.
Yes, referee did particularly well just a minute ago, because when the ball was knocked forward towards Rush, it was Hogg who actually handsed it, and as it broke favourably for the Liverpool player, Don Shaw was right on the spot to wave play on. So full marks. Let's give the referee a bit of credit there.
The ball halfway inside the Liverpool half. Loose ball is picked up once more by Steve Nicol. Lays the ball forward to the halfway line. There was an illegal challenge once more by Kevin Moran on Paul Walsh, and the referee says that'll be a free kick.
5 minutes to go, Peter. Now I wonder what Atkinson's thinking. I think he's got to try something a little bit different. I think I thought he would have thought he'd trying his substitute by now, but I wonder if he's got something else for the last 5 minutes.
Well, that'll be Nicky Wood, the 19-year-old who's never played in the first team for Manchester United. Remember, they're fairly severely handicapped by injuries. 6 of the first team players, among them very notable names, out of the side at the moment. And they've got a little more than 5 minutes by our watch to do something about this one. Liverpool now beginning to roar and beginning to just tweak the tail a little bit of Manchester United. You may remember not so long ago, United had a massive 10-point lead at the top of the first division. That lead's now been cut down to 2 points. And here they are, Manchester United 2-1 down at Anfield, having taken the lead themselves after just 7 minutes of the game. Whiteside takes it from Strachan, plays it through to Strachan once more, lays it wide. Clayton Blackmore, the fullback. Good cross coming in from it. Seemed good in the end. It swung away, and Bruce Grobbelaar, monkey style, swings on the crossbar.
Yes, bad time to put a cross behind there by Blackmore. They had players forward. I think what United are trying to do really now is get the midfield players. They're the experienced ones really. Olsen, Whiteside, McGrath and Strachan. They're the ones who can perhaps pull this out of the bag for them. Whenever they get an attack, those players have got to get into the box now. Particularly McGrath, who's got power in the air.
As Walsh will pick up that long clearance. He's being hustled by Moore, and he gets away from Moore, and then he spoils it by playing it in the wrong place. And now he's limping a little bit after that collision with Moran, but it's Liverpool in those red shirts in possession. Lawrenson deep inside his own half, plays it nice and safe, and then played back to Bruce Grobbelaar by his captain Hansen. And Grobbelaar will take no, really very much worried about clearing the ball. And I've just heard another score in from Portman Road, and Ipswich now 3, Swindon 0. Terry Butcher making his second comeback of the season. Terry Butcher gets a third goal there. Ipswich 3, Swindon 0. So it looks now as if one of these sides, whichever it may be in the quarter-final, will be at home to Ipswich Town. They're 3-0 up at home to Swindon. In the other fourth round tie tonight, Chelsea 2, Everton 2. And in the fourth round replay, Southampton 1, Arsenal 3. Here we've got 4 minutes to go at Anfield. It's Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1. It's going to be a grandstand finish here. Can United still come forward? Can they still get the equaliser and take it to a replay? Or will Liverpool go thundering on to yet another quarter-final of the Milk Cup? John Gidman takes the throw, far side, United right. Finds Strachan. Strachan couldn't control the ball, but McGrath still picks it up for United. Lays it square. And then from Kevin Moran, it goes to Graham Hogg. Big, rather clumsy-looking player, but very effective. Ball headed away by Lawrenson. Ball played forward. Not a good one from Mulby. And just another scoreline coming in. Ipswich 3, Swindon 1, an own goal by Frank Yallop. So there you are, 4 goals at Ipswich, but 3 of them for Ipswich Town. They, again, to remind you, will play the winners of this tie, and they will be away either here at Anfield or at Old Trafford. And we've got 3 minutes to go. As again, United straining everything here, and McMahon in the end plays it back to his own goalkeeper. It looks safe enough, and Grobbelaar will take his time.
But of course, this is the time really when United are pushing men forward, when they'll miss men of the calibre of Hughes and Robson, Barnes, experienced players. This is when they miss them.
Yes, they really are very severely handicapped by injuries, Manchester United. Not that they'll make any excuses, they're not that sort of club. And the ball is with their goalkeeper Gary Bailey, away there to the right at the Kop end. They begin to whistle, inevitably with Liverpool leading, but there's still 2.5 minutes to go. Strachan for United seems to have lost a little of his pace in the last 20 minutes. Hogg again, or Moran again, laying it forward. Whiteside stumbles over himself, and Liverpool looking for the break themselves. Now then, there are 3 Liverpool players. And it'll be McMahon who finds Rush down the right for Liverpool, holds the ball, then plays it back quietly to his fullback Nicol. Nicol stabs it wide, Craig Johnston. Johnston will hold it, he's got Nicol outside him, and in the end tucks it away to Nicol. Nicol drags it onto his left foot, the cross comes in from Nicol, it's too wide in the end. Whelan was coming in on the far post, but it goes over the goal line. Goal kick, Gary Bailey hurries away to that cliff of faces that makes the Kop here so exciting. Spots the ball up, backs away 3 or 4 yards. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1. Bailey takes the kick with his right foot, drops 10 yards inside the Liverpool half. Lawrenson too good and strong in the air though. Loose ball picked up by Strachan, far side, United right. Strachan drops the ball over the defenders. Stapleton's there, cross comes in from Stapleton, headed away by Nicol for Liverpool. United still going forward here. They're 2-1 down. They've got a minute to do anything about it. Throw into Manchester United. Gidman wipes the ball as he always does on his jersey. Gets a good grip on it. Could be a long throw. It's a long throw from Giddy, just inside the Liverpool penalty area. It's cleared, still on the edge of that penalty area. And Liverpool holding firm, but being battered a little bit at the moment. They lead here by 2-1. The quarter-final beckons to Liverpool. Long ball, deep inside United half. And Hogg, rather awkwardly, but nevertheless effectively, gets the ball away, but it's loose, and Walsh, I think, knew then that he was offside. and he holds his elbow where he was clattered by Hogg. Again, Bailey hurrying out to take the free kick himself and beckoning players to move upfield. Takes it with his right foot, Gary Bailey. Drops halfway inside the Liverpool half, headed away again firmly. And then a long ball played deep, looking for one of those darting runs from Rush. But underneath it is Moran. It drops to Walsh. Walsh holds the ball 10 yards outside the United penalty area. And Walsh is going at the defenders here. And Walsh tries a kick and kicks air. And the ball is cleared, not very far. Johnston in with the challenge. Referee says that was illegal. Free kick to Manchester United. They take it quickly, a little desperately now. We're into injury time here at Anfield. Whiteside, oh, lovely skills by Whiteside, goes straight round Mulvey, and Whiteside plays a long ball wide, and Strachan is belting after it down the right. Good challenge from Beglin. It had to be two. Into the stand, far side from us. Skidman will take the throw. We're now half a minute into injury time here. The throw finds Olsen. Any second now that whistle will go. You won't hear the whistle, but you'll hear most of Anfield. Ball with Olsen. Edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Lays it wide. Now then, this cross will come in. It's high, and it's over the top of the crossbar. And Grobbelaar holds onto the cross. It's in fact deflected off a defender, I think. It's a corner to Manchester United. And we're now a minute into injury time here. There have been a couple of stoppages, one notable one where Olsen was down having treatment. I think the referee's quite right to add a little time on here. But can United still do it now in the last seconds here, get the equaliser? Here comes the corner, headed away firmly by Mulby, only as far as Strachan. Strachan lays it wide, Olsen is there, Olsen the cross with the left foot, headed away firmly once more by Nicol. Still drops for Strachan. Strachan plays the ball through the gap. Oh, lovely control by McMahon. He went back as the extra defender, and Liverpool again will look for the break. Rush is on his own. It doesn't matter. That war means that Liverpool are through to yet another quarter-final here, and they've beaten Manchester United.
Well, a tremendous match, Peter. Superb match. A little bit of controversy on one of the goals, but marvellous goals as well. One by McGrath in the first half, was worth travelling all the way to Anfield to see, and I thought we wouldn't see one as good, but Mulby must take credit for getting Liverpool into the game with a fantastic run and a power drive afterwards, and then it all had to finish on a penalty. But very little between these two sides, very little between them on the day. I think Liverpool shaded the second half. I thought United were the better side in the first half, but certainly United missed their players tonight, didn't they?
Yes, indeed, Jim, and as we've said so often in the past, while Liverpool attacked in the first half, that goal, that equalising goal, changed the whole pattern. There's no question about this.
That's right. Well, goals, of course, that's what cup ties are all about. Manchester United got the tonic of that first goal, and when they got that, they started to settle and played particularly well. Liverpool needed a goal desperately, because I thought a few of the players, Lawrenson, Whelan in particular, Beglin, they all looked out of sorts to me, and until that goal came from Mulby, you know, we didn't see a great deal of them. But once that goal had gone, the confidence came back, they started to look a real power again.
That then is the story of a pulsating cup tie here at Anfield. Paul McGrath puts Manchester United into the lead after just 7 minutes. In the 55th minute, Jan Mulby makes it one apiece, and 2 minutes later from the penalty spot, Jan Mulby made the final scoreline here at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1, and Liverpool are through to the quarter-finals.
Well, we said at the start that we could have a great cup tie on our hands at Anfield, and that's exactly what we got. Our commentary team there was Peter Jones, Alan Green and Jimmy Armfield.
The cannons roared and thundered throughout a pulsating cup tie here at Anfield, and two incidents may have settled the issue. The first came in the first minute of the second half, when Liverpool, a goal down, could have been 2 down, when Mark Lawrenson headed off his own goal line as Gordon Strachan lobbed intelligently towards an empty net. Liverpool battled away as they'd done throughout the first half, with Craig Johnston and Jan Mulby very sharp going forward. Their equaliser came in the 55th minute. Mulby ran 40 yards before firing the ball past Gary Bailey. A gem, similar to United's opening goal after just 7 minutes, scored emphatically by Paul McGrath. Then came the second incident. 2 minutes after Mulby's equaliser, Kevin Moran handled the ball. It seemed marginal, but the referee Don Shaw said inside the area, and Mulby scored from the penalty. Still the battle raged, but United, without 6 first-team players, just couldn't come back.
Liverpool now at home to Ipswich in the quarter-finals.